Hello everyone, my name is Amanda Waldhart and you are here with amandasinspirationstation.com. Today I have a Christmas card that I really enjoyed making because a lot of it is just using the designer series paper. So the bundle that I used in this is the Tidings and Trimmings. And this is found in the annual catalog, not the holiday catalog. That is the July through December catalog. The designer series paper that I'm using, and I'm sorry, I have it in a case here. I want to pull this out because I love this paper. It is 6x6. And let me see. Misty Moonlight, Cherry Cobbler, Evening Evergreen, Sahara Sands, Succulent, Soft Succulent, and Whisper White are the colors. Look at how gorgeous this is. I absolutely love this. So basically what I did with this card is I was trying to design this card around using my scraps because as you can see in my bin here, I have lots of these little scraps that I've used from cutting other pieces from cards. So that is what I did. But what you can do is if you don't have the scraps, you can always cut them to a certain size. Now these ones here are cut 4 1/4 by 3/4. Again, I used my scraps and then just kind of trimmed them down to fit the card. Now the card base that I'm using is the Soft Succulent, and this measures at 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, and you can score it at 4 1/4, or you can just fold it in half like I just did. Use your bone folder. You're going to need an inside piece, and this is white, and I did not stamp on the inside, so this measures at 4 by 5 1/4. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to put that in. I really should stamp more on the inside. I feel like, I don't think I did anyway. Let's double check. Nope, I didn't. I feel like I should start doing that more often. I'm missing an opportunity of stamping inside a card instead of just outside of a card. Okay, so I have a few pieces here that we're going to use to do this. So I have all my little scraps. Then I have a piece of our Evening Evergreen, which is an in color ribbon. And I just cut that maybe to be like 4 inches. Yep, about 4 inches. I already have together, I already tied it in a bow, linen thread. I cut out a tag in basic white, but then I did the circle part, Soft Succulent. And this is from the Tailored Made Tag dies. I really do like these a lot. I've been finding I've been using them quite often. And then we need some scrap paper. And the scrap paper is in Soft Succulent Basic White because we're going to need it for the stocking and the bow. And then I also have my little red rhinestones. So let's go ahead and get started with this card. We are just going to layer these up however you want to layer them. I'm kind of going to go, let's see here. I'm going to do this, and we'll go like that. Although I don't know if I really like this 2 stripes together. So let's do that. I'm going to make it a little bit different. I know I put the stripes together there, but why? I don't know. I do want to make sure that I have enough space for all of these. So I'm going to start it at the bottom, but I'm going to make sure that I leave enough space here. And I'm going to use my Stampin' seal. And I'm just going to kind of start layering them up a little bit. And I am touching them. And some of them kind of look a little crooked. Some of them don't. That's okay. Think of it as like paper piercing. We're just using some scraps. Just adding to our card. And we're going to just do that. Now, I am going to flip this over because every once in a while I will notice that sometimes when I do my trimming, Nope, that pair of scissors is a little sticky, and I don't know why. So there must be some adhesive on there. So I'm just going to trim off that tiny little bit right there, because I don't like that. It annoys me. All right. So we have that taken care of. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do a little stamping. I don't want to lose that little circle because that's very, very tiny, and I would lose it. We are going to do a little stamping, and I'm going to use Cherry Cobbler. And we're going to use Cherry Cobbler for two things. We're going to use it for the sentiment, which is may your days be merry and bright. We're going to do that right up at the top. And then we're also going to use it for the bow on this little scrap piece of white cardstock. All right, so I do not need my Cherry Cobbler anymore. We're done with that. But since we're stamping, let's go ahead and finish stamping, because then we're going to run this through our cut and emboss machine. So let's get out our soft succulent. Oh, you guys, look at that. I had a little ink on my finger. All right, see, ink. We'll flip that over. Now we're going to use Evening Evergreen. I'm going to use that for the stocking on top of the soft succulents, so that it gives it kind of a two-tone color there. And that's our stamping. That's all we're doing for our stamping right now. So let's go ahead and let's bring out our cut and emboss machine. I'm going to get this paper out of the way here. And we're going to get our cut and emboss machine here. Now, again, I don't want to lose this little circle, so I'm going to stick that right up there. We're going to get these out. And I have some washi tape here. And the reason why I have washi tape is because when I place my dies over the top of my stamped images, they do tend to move around when you are cranking them through. So what I do is I take a little washi tape and I place it down so that if it moves, it's not going to actually. I mean, it may slide around on here, but it's not going to slide around the die onto the paper, so that all of a sudden you have this gorgeous stamped image, and then you run it through your cut and emboss machine, and now you've got half of a stocking. Okay, so let's see here. See how that stayed like that? And now I have that gorgeous little stocking. And you can reuse your washi tape. So I'm going to just kind of set that over to the side here. And there's our little bow. I'll get this out of the way. So let's go ahead now and put our card together. We just have a few more things left to do. I'm going to use my multi-adhesive glue to use just a little bit here. I'm going to say it, dot, dot, not a lot. I wish I remembered the teacher that taught me that when I was a kid. I honestly have no clue. It was one of those things that I totally remember, but I have no idea which teacher taught me it. All right, so we're just gonna, that just went over like that. It's just giving a little extra. And for this, we're going to pop this up using our dimensionals. And I have regular dimensionals and I have mini ones. I'm going to do my regular ones for my stocking. And then I'm going to do mini ones for this little cute bow. And we'll get that like that. And we're just going to place that bow like there. And then we're going to need our little red rhinestones. So we're going to take one of those and we're going to place that right in the center of our bow, just like that. And before we adhere this on, which we are going to use dimensionals, so we can go ahead and put the dimensionals on the back, but don't attach it to your card yet. There is one more step we need to do. We're going to run this ribbon through the top here. And we're going to, what I just did is I'm folding my ribbon basically in half. And then I'm kind of like cupping it to make it a smaller section, because I'm going to run I'm going to put it through the front. I'm going to pull it so that it comes out like that. Now I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to bring it over to the top, and I'm going to tuck it in this loop. If I might need a bigger piece. I tried to, there we go. There we go. All right, so now it's between the loop. Once it's between the loop, I'm going to secure it with my fingers, but I'm going to gently pull, just because you don't want to rip your cardstock. And I kind of ripped my ribbon, so I'm going to recut that at an angle so that it looks new again. All right, now we can go ahead and we can place this on our card. And I'm just going to kind of put it over to the right-hand side. And then I just need to attach my little bow that I used with the linen thread. And I'm going to attach that with our mini glue dots. And there you go. There you have a cute, easy, not too hard, oh, I can't even say that word right now because it's Monday and I'm just not even going to try. It's somewhat easy. It's medium. Let's go with that. It's a medium level card, and I used scraps, and that's, I love when I can find a way to use up my scraps, because why not? We all have them, and then they collect and collect and collect, and it's like, it gets overwhelming. So this is a perfect way to use them up. Okay, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Thank you.